Hello folks, welcome to day 44, the 13th of February. I wanted to ask a question tonight. It's Friday night, I'm feeling kind of pooped. It's been a very interesting day, and I was reading a story to my daughter just before she went to sleep. It's a story called The Green Ship by the wonderful Quentin Blake. It's a story that I've read to her maybe 25, 30 times, and every single time I read it I cry. Every single time. And every single time she gives me a hug and says, "Don't cry, Papa." And I'm trying to figure out what it is about that story. It's a beautiful, beautiful story about two kids who sneak into the garden next to their aunt's where they're staying for the summer holiday and find a wonderful ship made of trees and an old garden shed. And they meet a lady there called Mrs. Tredegar, whose husband was clearly in the Navy and never came home from the war, and spend the summer with her. And it's a really beautiful story in the way that certain stories are, where they make you feel very glad about life and at the same time make you well up and get all upset. And I can't decide if it's the overall concept of this woman who has dedicated her life to her husband's memory, or the way that by the end of the story she's kind of let go of things because of playing with the kids. I don't know, but it gets me every time. So I just wanted to ask the question in terms of books, in terms of reading, what makes you cry? Are there any stories particularly that get you that you read more than once? Or has there ever been a particular book that has just got you in the right way? So that's my question for today. Progress pretty good today. 4,400 words written and 6,200 words edited, including my Sunday short story, of which I'm very pleased. I mentioned it, I think, a few days ago, maybe. An old lady is on her deathbed, dying from Alzheimer's, and receives a ransom note from her teddy bear of her childhood who is keeping her memories for ransom. And yeah, just edited it, having not looked at it for a week, and I still quite like it. So that's good news. Wonderful quote for the day comes from the fabulous Quentin Blake in honour of my question. And he says, "I do like children, but only as people, not as if they're a special category." I think the special category issue is one of the biggest mistakes people make about kids. So thank you, Mr. Blake, for that and for the green ship. I hope you've all had a lovely Friday, and I shall see you tomorrow. Cheers.